and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, June 26th.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give
it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
We begin with the shooting on the city's north side that left one man critically injured. Police say they were called to Eugene Street near 29th around 11:40 last night. That's where they found the man shot. IMPD initially said the victim was awake and breathing, but later confirmed he was critical when taken to a hospital. So far, police have not released information about a suspect or motive in the shooting. IMPD is asking anyone who lives or works in the area to check security footage and come forward if they have any information. In other news, one of the newly appointed members of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation says the public can expect more transparency about how the state uses your tax dollars to attract new businesses. News 8's Garrett Berquist reports.
These are the people who will oversee the state's economic development efforts. Governor Mike Braun replaced the entire IEDC board on Monday.
I don't want $10, $15, $20 an hour jobs. I want us to focus on growing better jobs that have good benefits, insurance. I want to see us do things to be able to keep our young people here, whether they're formally educated in a 4-year institution or have a certificate.
John Gregg is one of 3 Democrats on the board. He tells me Braun's team wants to prioritize transparency.
Well, transparency looks like to me that your meetings, what can be done in public, is done in public. There's some executive sessions allowed, I believe, for salaries and real estate purchase, but I think it means telling the public what you're involved in, telling the public what the final goal is.
Braun has pledged a 92-county economic development strategy. To that end, he says he's giving the board a broader focus.
And we'll probably expand that board to make sure it's got full regional representation and is a cast of entrepreneurial individuals that are going to look at the regional breadth of economic development.
Greg is from Southwest Indiana. He says the regions outside the major metro areas bring their own strengths to the table.
All of the 4 corners of Indiana and the various regions that you divide the state up in have got interstate, they've got pretty good water, they've got a great workforce, they've got logistics, they've got good locations to other markets, so it's something that if we focus on, I think we can achieve.
All members of the board serve 4-year terms at the pleasure of the governor, so barring any unexpected departures, we can expect this roster will serve for the remainder of the governor's current term. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
The newly formed Indianapolis Local Education Alliance held its first public meeting last night. The group is required by the state and is focused on finding ways to share resources between Indianapolis public schools and local charter schools. It was created after a proposal from state lawmakers to dissolve IPS, replacing it with charter schools. That plan did not move forward, but now, starting in 2028, IPS tax dollars will be shared with charter schools. Mayor Joe Hogsett is chairing the group. IPS Superintendent Alicia Johnson is also on the board.
Before we jump into this conversation of efficiency, that we first start with what is it that we want to be true for students. If we start from the lens of what do we believe students deserve, all students deserve, then that can drive us into making decisions that will be, again, student-centered, impactful, and hopefully long-lasting.
City County Councilor Krista Carlino is leaving her council committees, but Council Democrats say she is still a member of their caucus. It comes after she set off a firestorm with allegations that council leadership limited an independent investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct in city government. Last week, Carlino called for the resignations of Mayor Joe Hogsett, Council President Vop Osili, and Council President Ali Brown over their handling of the investigation centered around the mayor's former chief of staff, Thomas Cook. Earlier yesterday, we were the first to tell you that the council's Democratic caucus voted to remove Carlino Tuesday night. Then, just before 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Carlino texted our very own Kyla Russell a very lengthy statement addressing the city and its residents. Carlino issued an apology saying, in part, "I deeply apologize to my fellow councilors in the Democratic Caucus for taking steps outside our members without their knowledge, and for any undue stress and disappointment my actions caused them." Carlino also apologized personally to Ossoly and Brown and said she would step down from all of her council committees, adding she hoped to move forward as a member of the Democratic Caucus. Later in the day, Democratic Council member Ron Gibson told our very own Danielle Zolkowski that the caucus did vote to remove Carlino. But late last night, a spokesperson for Council Democrats emailed us a statement saying Carlino has issued a statement regarding this matter and remains a member of the caucus. We look forward to our continued work alongside Councilor Carlino and supporting the constituents of District 11. Let's talk sports. The Pacers will now pick 38th and 54th in the second round of the NBA draft tonight. According to ESPN, the team acquired the earlier pick from the San Antonio Spurs by trading away a future second-round pick and some cash. The Pacers did not have a first-round pick because of previous trades. Last night, the Dallas Mavericks had the first overall pick and, as most draft experts expected, chose star forward Cooper Flagg from Duke University. The second round of the draft starts at 8 tonight in New York City. The Indiana Fever lock in Ari McDonald, signing her to the roster while waiving veteran forward DeWanna Bonner. Bonner missed the last 5 games due to personal reasons, and yesterday the team officially let her go. The 16-year WNBA veteran signed a 1-year deal ahead of this season. She played in 9 games, averaging 7 points and just under 4 rebounds a game. The Fever instead re-signed McDonald. She was critical, while Caitlin Clark was out for 3 games with a quad injury, averaging 11 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. The Fever takes on the LA Sparks tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tip-off is at 7. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we are in for another hot day. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
And we are already seeing those feels-like temperatures well into the 90s. It is going to feel brutal yet again today. We've got the heat advisories in place today and through the day tomorrow, basically for the entire state outside of northwestern sections of Indiana, but South Bend, Indianapolis, Richmond, and Evansville as well. We've got sunny skies right now. Let's take a look at our new temperature. Wow, already 88 degrees in Indianapolis with lots of sunshine. And again, no big wind at all out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. Dew point values, that's a measurement of how much moisture is in the atmosphere, 70s. So you factor that in with the humidity and temp, feels like 97 degrees already at this midday hour. Even close to 100 in Evansville at this hour, along with Bloomington. Feels like 99 in Madison and 94 degrees right now in Columbus. We do have mostly clear skies out there right now, but this big dome of heat still in place across all of Indiana, and it's going to be here through the day tomorrow as well. We do have an isolated thunderstorm chance later this afternoon. Some of those a little bit farther northward could be on the stronger side. Gusty winds, heavy rainfall main threats. Lower 90s expected for the high temp today with heat indices into the triple digits. We do have a pattern shift heading in our direction. We'll time out when it will arrive and if we have any rain chances as well, all coming up in my full forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, June 26th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.